justice to that question, I think I'll have to take you back right to my childhood, because a lot of grounding and foundation has been laid, since my mother telling me that when I was in her womb, she has read a lot of scriptures and Vedas and done a lot of chanting. And, when I was 4-5 years old, she started seeing that, spiritual inclination in my personality. And she was like, probably that's the effect, of her spiritual endeavor. Of course, then, it's a usual schooling, and I have actually been very lucky to get a very spiritual environment at home. Both my parents, practicing meditations, we having pujas at home right from day one that I remember. I think the real onset of my journey, I remember, was in my 12th grade when my dad bought a house and we had a Vastu Puja at home. A Pandit was invited to do Bhagavatam, wherein a group of people, they're all invited, and the whole story of Krishna was narrated. And I remember, that grounded me a lot. Like, it was literally like a milestone where I, that first seed of awakening as a human. I got very immersed into that process, and I remember that I started my chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. And we had a beautiful temple at home, and I used to sit there for 2 hours. I had this ritual every day where I would sit and chant the mantra, and it gave me so much peace. Then I was seeking for what is next. So I got my answer there. I was born on Radhashtami. So I think that also somewhere affected, I felt this affinity to Krishna as a personality. I would say not an idol, but the qualities. I did that for a couple of years, and then again I felt like, like dead wall I'm hitting, there was saturation. So that was my next point where I wanted to know what is next. Then I started meditating regularly. I think I was 19 years of age at that time. And I also got a chance to go to the Himalayan ashram at a very early age, again thanks to my parents. That was the time when the seed of my purpose was kind of felt, that I'm here to do something much beyond the mundane. I'm an architect. Professionally, I did my degree, practiced for 12 years, ran a company successfully. We were really doing well, made the money. I was sitting in a conference meeting, we were presenting to a client, and suddenly there was something dawned upon me that I'm not here for this. I'm done in this journey of mine, and it's time to change my path. It was a very epiphany kind of a thing, where I felt that, okay, I need to pause and reflect as to what is coming for me next. So I came back and I decided to take a sabbatical. It was a very sudden decision. Everybody was shocked. The entire team was like, are you serious? But I think the calling was so strong from within that I couldn't ignore it anymore. And since, that awakening moment, I've had so many questions in my own mind, echoing within as to the quintessential questions, like, why are we here? What is this creation? What is our purpose? Where did it all start? We keep saying God, but what exactly it is? So I think we all go through it, but at that point I felt now I need to answer them. There is no way I can ignore that window of thought. So I took a sabbatical for 3 months. I started doing my research thoroughly. I went to this beautiful place in Bangalore. It's called Crest. It's a very well curated library by my spiritual guide, and it has scriptures right from Vedas to Upanishads to the modern science books by Stephen Hawking. And so it's a beautiful synthesis of the ancient wisdom with the modern science, and I just got what I wanted. And being an author was honestly not in the plan ever. But when I got enlightened with this knowledge, there was a very intuitive feeling to share this with everybody. I decided that I need to simplify this knowledge and put it out in the world for people to just, get enlightened in their own life. It empowers you to become the best version of yourself, and that's what I felt. And that's where Evolve book series which is a 5-volume book series. We took 4 years. I had a co-author with me. That was another milestone, I would say, in my journey, where Evolve was launched on the 1st of Feb 2020, just before the lockdown, by my spiritual guide in a huge gathering in Hyderabad of about 50,000 people coming from all across the globe, and every single person in that gathering resonated to concept or even the books, because I think all of us are seeking for the answers. And we got some amazing response, a lot of pre-bookings, and then the lockdown hit. So after a while, I felt, okay, what next now? It's a very natural feeling because one project was done. And then I realized that the world is moving towards video consumption a lot. We all want to watch videos. I love conversations. I love human stories. And I thought, why not, do this and convert it into a video format? And that's where the podcast, which is my channel, in the name of Co-Evolve Wellness, came across, which was called Enlighten with Neha before. What are the challenges they are facing and how they have overcome those challenges, so that people get, those solutions and save things in their own life. That was the whole ethos of this podcast series. Now we are in season 2. We've shot with about 40 guests already, and many more to go. And then again, the evolution of this entire purpose was tech. I, being a very tech-savvy person, I've been very interested in the latest technologies and how the world is moving with AI, and how can we spread this even more? Why not use tech as a platform to again share this and make it more solution-based? I wanted to focus on the solution part through this platform. So Co-Evolve as a platform came across. The idea was conceived that let's create a safe space as a bridge, between a seeker and the facilitator or the healers or the therapist. It's a sacred space where everybody feels safe to be vulnerable and to share their, the darker side as well, and get solutions, right from healing to evolution to enlightenment.